Hi everyone and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen. My name's Alexis and today I want to show you how to make my delicious spaghetti bolognese from my new book, Gifts from Grandpa. Show you how to make my delicious spag bowl recipe, but before I do, if you are new to my channel, then hello and welcome. It's lovely to have you here, and if you like cooking videos and you want to see more like this one, then I post twice a week on a Tuesday and a Thursday at 7 AM, so please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. As I just mentioned, today I want to show you how to make my delicious spag bowl recipe. Now this recipe is in my new cookbook, Gifts from Grandpa, which is available to buy on Amazon, and I will link it in the description box below for you. This book has been written in loving memory of my dad, because I think that my dad was an amazing cook. So I wanted to write down lots of his recipes and put them in a book. So in this cooking book are my dad's recipes, a few of mine, a couple of my nan's and one of my grandfather's as well. My dad also believed that everybody should have a home and everybody should have a place to go to, so £1 from the sale of each book will go to the homeless charity Crisis. Now onto my spag bowl recipe, and this recipe originally was my dad's, and I've adapted it slightly and made it my own, but it's still delicious. It still tastes like it did when I was a kid. This was a guaranteed winner in our house when I was a kid. My brother was always a bit of a fussy eater, like my son is. Strange that, but anyway. So my brother was always a bit of a fussy eater, but this was one meal that my dad knew that he would eat, and this is one meal that I know my son will eat. We love this meal in our house, and it's so simple to make. It's not that quick, but it's really easy to do. So I thought I'd share it with you today. So here is how to make my delicious spag bowl recipe. So the first thing I've done is I've put a large saucepan on a high heat, and I'm going to add a little bit of oil to the base of the pan. And then I'm going to spread the oil around the base of the pan with my plastic brush, just so it's evenly coated on the bottom of the pan. And then what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to leave this to heat up now. So my pan has started to get nice and hot now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one large chopped onion. So I've just roughly chopped one onion, and I'm going to add this to the base of my pan, and I'm going to stir this round until it becomes like see-through, clear, and the onion starts to soften as well. So the onion has started to soften now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in one chopped garlic. So I've thinly sliced a garlic clove, and I'm just going to add that in. In the book or in the recipe, I think I've said 1 to 2 garlic cloves. So however garlicky you like it, you can add as much or as little garlic as you want to, really. And I'm just going to fry these off for about 30 seconds or so. And then I'm also going to add in a grated carrot and some grated courgette. So I've peeled and grated one carrot, one large carrot and one large courgette. The reason I grate it is because I have a bit of a fussy eater who doesn't really like big chunky bits of carrot, and I know this is not a good idea because he'll never get used to chunky bits of carrot, but for my own peace of mind, that's why I do it. But also I think it makes it taste better. I remember seeing Heston Blumenthal, I think it was, and he went to Italy, and in Italy they actually grate the carrots and the vegetables into their Bolognese sauce, and apparently it makes it taste a lot better, and I actually do think it makes it taste better. Rather than finding big chunky bits of carrot, it's all mixed in and it makes the sauce taste that little bit sweeter, I think. So yes, I'm going to continue stirring this now, and you just want to stir the carrot and courgette for a minute or so until it starts to soften. And then I have one chopped red pepper, which I'm going to add to the saucepan as well. And I'm just going to continue to stir this now until the red pepper starts to soften as well. You just want it to heat through a little bit. While all of that's cooking, I'm going to add, I've got turkey minced. You can use minced beef, it's entirely up to you. I'm using turkey mince because that's what I had in the freezer. You could also use minced pork in this recipe as well, or you could use minced chicken as well. But yes, I'm gonna stir this in now until the meat goes brown. The meat has started to cook in the bottom of the pan and it's just started to brown off down there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my tomatoes. So I've got 2 tins of chopped tomatoes, 400 grams. Just going to add these in. And then I've also got 250 mils of bone broth, so beef bone broth. And I'm just going to slosh that around, and that gets rid of some of the juice, or some of the juice in the bottom of the tin. So I'm going to do the same with the other one as well now, and just finish that off. So there you go, it's just got rid of the juice in the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is stir these in now, and this is starting to smell really nice, I have to say. So I'm just stirring all of these ingredients in, and I'm also now going to add 2 tablespoons of Tommy K, and the recipe for Tommy K I will link in the description box below for you. It's my homemade tomato ketchup that I like to use in all my recipes, or you can use tomato puree as well. And then I'm also going to add in 1 teaspoon of dried oregano as well into that. That always makes it taste really nice. And then I'm also going to put in 2 bay leaves as well. Bay leaves you can buy in the supermarket, but we actually grow back the bay tree in the garden, so that's really nice. All I have to do is go outside and get bay leaves, which is lovely. And I'm just going to bring this to the boil. I'm also going to add a little bit of salt and pepper as well. And a pinch of salt as well, so that was my pepper, and I'll just put a pinch of salt in. And I'm going to continue to stir this now. And I'm just going to bring it to the boil, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it to simmer for about 30 to 40 minutes. And then I will add the pasta, and then you can serve with cheese, parmesan. But yeah, I'm just going to bring this to the boil now. It's coming to the boil, so I'm going to turn the heat down to like a low heat, and I'm going to leave it to simmer. So this has been on the hob for about 40 minutes now, and it's started to smell really yummy, I have to say. If it's looking less than it was, it's not because I've eaten it, it's because I've siphoned off half and I've put it in the freezer. Well, I'm going to put it in the freezer, and that will do for 2 more portions, or 2 and a bit. So this dinner tonight is for Ted, Howard and I, so we don't really need all of the sauce. So that's why I've siphoned off half. And while that was cooking, I also boiled pasta as per the packet instructions. Now I've done 50 grams and then like 30 grams for Ted. I find that's normally enough for us, but you can use as much or as little pasta as you like, and you can use any type of pasta. The pasta I have here is red lentil pasta, because I'm gluten intolerant, so I can't have ordinary pasta. And yeah, so I've just added the pasta to the sauce. I'm just going to turn this off the heat now, and I'll give it a try in a minute. So I'm just going to put a little spoonful into a bowl, and I'm just going to give the sauce and a bit of the pasta a try. You can add cheese to this as well if you want to. As I mentioned earlier, you can add Parmesan or extra mature, any type of cheese you like really. I'm not good on cheese either, which is why I'm having it like this, but yes. Oh yeah, really lovely. When you leave the meat to simmer for a long time, all the juices come out. It makes it taste really nice. So yes, that's yummy. And that's what we'll be having for our dinner this evening. So that's how you make my delicious spaghetti bolognese, and that recipe, as I mentioned earlier, is in my new cookbook, Gifts from Grandpa, which is available to buy on Amazon, and I will link it in the description box below for you, and I'll also link the recipe in the description box below too. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. Do you enjoy a spaghetti bolognese, and have you ever tried it with turkey mince before? I'd love to know, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.